Hello everybody, Lurgs here, welcome to my channel, and today it's how to fit a hat and coat hook rack to a door. This is really handy, just gives you a bit more extra storage space. And this is what it will look like when we're finished. Now I'm going to be fitting this rack to a solid wooden door. Just be careful if you've got a very lightweight door. Some of them can be very lightweight hollow with wooden frames inside, in which case you may have a problem trying to get the screws in. So just be wary of that. And this is what I'm going to be fitting, which I got from my local hardware store. And there are the two screws for fitting. What you're going to need today is a hand drill bit. If you've got a regular drill, that's even better. Use a drill bit that's thinner than the actual screw just to make a pilot hole. And a crosshead screwdriver. And if you've only got a very plain door, you're going to need a spirit level to make sure it's nice and level. And the coat rack goes this way up, and you might laugh, but this is one that I saw in somebody's property. So it can happen, believe me. Right, let's get cracking. Now the most important thing before you get started is put one of the screws through the holes and offer this up against the edge of the door, because what you don't want to be doing is screwing that long screw in and then it pokes out the other side. So make sure that that doesn't happen. This one's okay, but if that was too long and you had a really thin door, it would pop out the other side of the door and split the wood and look horrendous. So if you have got a thin door, make sure you use a shorter length screw. For this job you don't actually need a spirit level because this door has got grooves on it. So obviously the top line is nice and flat, so you can just line it up with that. Make sure it's all nice and uniform, so the distance around all the edges of the beading is exactly the same. That way it will look nice and tidy in the middle of the door. Then take your hand drill, and what you're doing is you're just poking a hole in one end first, just turning that, just making an indentation. Once you've made a decent indentation, you can just screw in a bit further. I also recommend, if you have got a drill, using a drill, and use a smaller drill bit than the actual screw. This makes it much easier screwing into the wood, and there's no danger of splitting the wood then. So I recommend a small drill bit just to drill a pilot hole, then line up the first screw. Get that going with your screwdriver. Now we can tighten this up reasonably tight. We don't have to worry about it being level until we do the other end. Now I'm balancing my spirit level on the top. I don't actually need this because we've got the level beading just above it. I'm going to make sure it's perfectly level, and then just make my second indentation with my hand drill bit. Once you've got that going, take your drill with the small drill bit and just drill that pilot hole. I'm going to really stick my neck out here and stick it out right in front of the camera. Well done, Lurgs, classic. I really do need an assistant. Anyway, we've drilled that pilot hole, then get this screw in. And with the pilot hole, obviously that goes in nice and straight. Let's just speed this footage up. Always like to use hand tools for jobs like this, not a power tool. You don't want to over tighten it. And that is perfectly level on the spirit level. Fabulous. Let's just pick the camera up. Look at that, that's looking really tidy. Ready to take lots of coats and hats. Now this door is nice and flat, so this coat rack is nice and flush all the way round. We can start hanging our hats and coats on it. Fabulous. My missus is going to be pleased when she gets home from work. Just frees up a bit more space if you've got all your coats in a cupboard somewhere. And I'll tell you what, I think that definitely deserves a lovely cup of tea. If you're going to be working on any of my how-to videos, make sure you got a lovely brew. In the top right, how to remove mould from silicone without any scrubbing. In the top left, how to defrost a freezer easily in under 15 minutes. And in the bottom left, how to keep your curtains super smooth on the curtain rails. That is a top tip. Hope that was useful.